Hello everyone, today is February 3rd, 2018. This is part 3 of our video today. I want to thank Kai for coming down from Vallejo. She agreed to be interviewed in supporting my campaign, and of course, this is Carmen. Both of these ladies are due-paying members of the union. So I'm going to get right to the point. I need your support. I'm running for Local 1000 president. This video is about voting, the cornerstone of America. Let me say it again. This is about voting. If you want change, this is how you do it. You vote. You organize, but first you talk to people. You make a connection. You collaborate. Then you organize and you mobilize. But you vote to verify everything you've done. It's the only legal way to vote. So I'm going to inspire you to vote in this upcoming election. You must be a dues-paying member. So I'm going to let you ask me some questions. But first things first, the election, April 20th to May 21st. That's when you can vote. The ballots go out on April 20th. If you're a dues-paying member, and I believe if you're signed up no later than the 1st of April, you should get a ballot in the mail. If you don't get your ballot in the mail, contact the URC on May 1st. Now, if you want to go to a voting booth, they'll have authorized voting booths. I'm asking everyone who votes for me, take a picture of the envelope, the barcode, and that you're voting for me. We want transparency. If it was left up to me, we would have the Sacramento County voters registration conducting our election. But it's not. By our policy file, the incumbent, the president, appoints an elections committee, and then the president will appoint or select a private company or companies to conduct the election, sending out the ballots, and then counting the ballots, and then making the announcement. That's our policy file. And so if someone says, well, it sounds like, why would you have the president, who we believe is running again for election, be in charge of that? Well, that's the way the policy file is. So we have to change that. So we have to elect a new president. Okay, with that being said, I'll let you ask some questions about the voting.
I think you answered it basically when you said how she has to hire an outside company to do the counting and all that. So, yeah,
So you're clear that you know on April 20th, and it says it right here on this beautiful brochure, April 20th to May 21st, 2018. Why should you vote? Because that's the only way we can change our union. And remember, we want to do more than change. We want to create a new culture. You have to vote for people who want to create a new culture. People are going to run and say they want to change. They want to make change. We need more than change. We need to create. That's why I have a 10-point platform. And when you vote for me, that means you're saying you wanted to impose a 2-term limit for all volunteer elected positions. When you vote for me, you're saying eliminate the stipend for all volunteer elected positions. Because we're state employees. We work for the state of California. That's who hired us, not the union. When we work for the union, I'm sorry.
I'd like to go ahead and interrupt you. I have a question about that one. You stated that you're not going to take the stipend. When you are elected president, since you don't have a slate, how are you going to dictate, or can you, the other elected officials and how they allocate their stipend?
I cannot dictate what the other three statewide officers do. What I can simply do is videotape that I, as the president, want to do a vote with the DOC presidents to impose a term limit, to eliminate the stipend, and to reduce the fees by 50% so our members can have more money in their paychecks. If the DOC presidents vote against me, then that's fine, but they'll do it on videotape. And this is why I'm going to travel to every work site, so I can say, listen, we're getting ready to have a special meeting with the DLC presidents and the bunk chairs, and we're going to vote on these different things. And if they vote against it, it's going to be on videotape. And then when I go back to work sites and they say, Richard, you didn't do what you said. You didn't reduce our money. Yes, I gave everything I could to reduce your money, but your DLC president, whoever that may be, voted against it. And that's the truth. And if you say, well, I want to talk to my DLC president, then you and everyone within that DLC should talk to your president about why did you vote against that. And we can have a new vote, because I'm going to be communicating to people about this platform, about saving them money, about the fact that we're going to get a 21% across the board pay raise in the next contract. That includes geographic pay and COLA. Because I truly believe, see, somewhere in our union, quote, people gave up. You know what I tell people? Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling of eternal optimism. Keep your head to the sky. Because the clouds will tell you why. Now, we're going to have to stir things up. But that's okay. Because when you create stuff, you create it. You're stirring things. You're creating. See, in my mind, I believe I can fly. I believe that if I set my mind to something, I can do anything. It's called a positive attitude. It's about putting out in the air. I believe in my heart that I live in the greatest country. And I believe that we can be the best union in America. Not just the best union or the largest union here in California. We're going to be the best Local 1000, the best union in America. When you believe, I don't want to sound like President Obama a few years ago. Well, yes, you can. But there's a method to that. You have to believe it in your heart. You can overcome anything.
Well, when you're on that topic, Richard, I've been following your posts on social media. Thank you for joining us, that use social media.
Right.
It helps us keep up with things. I read a statement, well, not a statement, but a posting in where somebody was disturbed that you put out your personal resume and felt the need to, let people know that you're an intelligent person.
So let me address that.
Okay.
And I'm going to say her name. Catherine, I apologize for offending you by saying that I'm intelligent. But I believe that when you run for office, it's like going to an interview. You submit your resume. This is my resume. But they still want to hear you say it. Some people did not believe I had a college degree. And I put that up. And some people say, what makes you think you can get our vote between April 20th to May 21st and encourage us to take a picture of how we voted for you? Because you never run such a large organization. And I simply say this, I've got the financial discipline. And I'm going to be transparent. And, what does it say? Oh, the cookie commitment. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to take your advice. We're going to videotape stuff. I'm going to travel to your work site. You're going to tell me what we can do to work together. And so, yes, I said that I was intelligent. I had the self-discipline, the self-determination. But I know some people get offended by that. And so I say I'm sorry. But I'm guilty. There's 4 branches in the military. I believe the best people are in the Air Force. I'm sorry, I'm guilty. I'm just going to be honest. And the Air Force is known for taking smart people. So I'm wrong. I apologize. But I believe in myself. And I believe that self-discipline, that ability to save my money and then pay my way through college took me 8 years. But I graduated with no school debt. Let me say it to you again. You can trust me to bargain for you. This is why I'm asking you to vote. Because you can trust me. Well, you got my entire voting record from 2012 going forward. You got the notarized salary stipend telling you I won't take the salary stipend. I'm telling you I want to save 50% of what you pay. I want to have a 1 membership class. no division. That way the Supreme Court case that's coming up, is it Janice versus Ashley, won't even matter because we'll all be due-paying members. And that's why I have the, quote, one membership application. All right, so let me take a step back. Because when it comes to voting, I get excited. So let me take a different approach. I am not going to criticize or condemn or complain about Local 1000. I'm not going to talk in a negative voice, either in person or on Facebook or anywhere in social media. What I simply want to do is unify us. And one of the ways we can do that is by voting. And if you don't want to vote for me, if you want to vote for another candidate that can inspire you, that can touch your heart, that can motivate you, that will enable you to challenge the status quo, if you believe you can trust that person, then you should vote for that person. I'm asking you to vote for me because I'm going to work for you 7 days a week. That's why I'm working on Saturday for you right now, campaigning right now. That's why I go to the gym, so you know that I'm in shape. So that when you see me and I'm on television representing you, I'm going to be in a suit. I'm going to be in shape. You can say, that's our president, and I believe in the union, and there is no corruption in our union. We have a transparent, open union. Our voices are heard. Everybody's a member. There's no confusion. Everything's done on videotape. Everything is a wide open situation. And you can come down to the union and talk. You won't be censored on our Facebook. I think we have a current Facebook for SEIU 1000. Only thing I ask is for people to not say anything that's derogatory. Let's be professional. Let's be respectful to one another. Let's work together. Does that answer that?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And also I want to say something. You know, you when you were talking, you said a lot of people gave up.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I just wanted to say, you know, when I was reading the brochure, we had, I guess, our current president been in there for 10 years. You know, that's a long time. And, you know, you said, one person said, you know, how would you be able to handle such a large, you know, organization? My thing, would they understand change? Since you had somebody basically monopolize something for 10 years, would you know the difference, you know?
I'll respond to that by saying this. Our current president has been able to inspire and motivate people to vote for her for 3 consecutive elections. Now, sometimes people say that people can or may lose sight of the organization they're leading. That there's always that possibility they may become power hungry, that they may become corrupt. There's always that possibility. But our current president has won 3 straight elections. So that means people believe in what she's talking about. And I'm going to respect her for that. I believe we need term limits. California state governor, term limits. Our state legislature, term limits. 12 years for the state legislature, for the governor, 2 terms. We should have the same thing. The greatest country in the world has term limits for the president to prevent the abuse of power. We need term limits. But again, I respect the fact that people have voted for our current president for 3 consecutive elections. Now, this is why I'm out campaigning. This is why I spent a lot of money on this beautiful brochure, Don't Stop Believing. We can change our union, but more than just change, we need to create a new culture, a new environment. So, with that...
You mentioned something about corruption, or was it you, Richard, that said, I want to hear your story.
Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll stop here because this part was all about voting. And then we'll do this last part and we'll talk quickly about how you feel about the union and why you feel like voting is so important and why you're willing to take part. Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you very much.
I think she traveled